Welcome, everyone. Let the unsubbing begin. This is this is where I'm gonna start. This is the stream where I'm gonna kind of make something kind of official here. I've been talking about it the last couple of live streams that I've done, um and then I've had a little time to think after this whole vigil day, right? The uh June 15th day, and all of the um happenings that took place that day. And there was just something that kind of went under my radar, and I don't really know if it's I don't really know if it's something that I've always seen or have seen for a minute and just chose to ignore, more or less. Uh, as a matter of fact, I think that's probably it, because I really can't put any blame on anyone but myself when it comes to the type of company I keep, or things of that nature. Um, I like to think of myself as a good judge of character. It's actually something I take pride in, because I always give everyone the benefit of the doubt. So I could be, even so. If you look at it in terms of like, man, well, Claire, looking back on the last 4 years, homie, like you've been wrong about a few people. And that's actually true. That's been very, very, very true. Um, and I like to think of that as being a strength in my judge of character, because, like I said, I think being a good judge of character, one ingredient of that requires giving everyone the benefit of the doubt. I truly believe that. Um, let everyone start off with a slate of people you associate with as them being really, really the type of people that you want to kick it with, and then wait for reasons to not want to kick it with them anymore. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular, people. I'm talking about an entire community. And this community wasn't always this. It wasn't. But after seeing these happenings uh, on Wednesday, and then getting to think about certain things and having a few conversations with people, and I just came to basically a conclusion to solidify, and maybe I was just wanting something more, and feeling like I was capable of better myself. And so I'm basically kind of diving into a deep end here with what I'm going to be doing soon. Um, and and I just didn't want to face the fact that a good part of that was that I wanted to separate myself from something else. I wanted to not be associated with a certain type of YouTuber. I wanted to graduate from that, if you will. Um, that's kind of what I'm going for here. And I'm still there right here with this. I acknowledge that. I understand that. And and I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not. Um, but what I've always said about myself is that I always want to be better. And this is just me wanting to be better. That's all this is. Um, I'm gonna play something here. Somebody shared with me. So you can I'm hoping it'll help you get the same perspective that I'm having, or at least understand the perspective that I'm having. You don't have to necessarily agree with it. We can all be adults. And, I'm not necessarily calling anyone out per se, but at the same time, I'm just being clear about what I want to be a part of and what I don't want to be a part of. And this is a channel I've never heard of before. They're called Whistle Down. So a shout out to them, whoever you are. Yeah, this one's not going to be too funny, I don't think. Like, I don't feel the need to crack any jokes at anybody or anything like that. That's not what this is about.
Absolutely disgusting. You should be goddamn ashamed of yourself. Okay, I had to throw that word in there. And to me, you are disgusting. Rogersville, Hawkinsville, someville, okay? Little Summerlandville. Little Summerlandville.
I mean,
I just put water on it. But...
Now, before I continue with this, I didn't realize until later on Wednesday that there were 3 different vigils, right? Actually, 1 vigil, 2 visuals. I should say 1 vigil, 2 visuals. And at first I thought I thought one of them was actually, because like I said, I thought there were 2 at first. And I thought one was actually a part of the one that Robin and Summer's church community had organized. Even though I knew it was invitation only, but I actually assumed that certain YouTubers might actually have been invited to this thing, considering some of the work that they've done, and considering some of their reputations. But obviously what has taken place here is there was only the 1 vigil that was organized by Robin and Summer's church community, and the gentleman that I can't remember his name, but he was in that news clip. And thank goodness that was the only vigil that got any news coverage. And there was another one that I thought was just simply just a different one that was done out of respect. And I think that in their minds, they felt that that's what it was. I think that they believe that it was. I know that the other one that we've talked plenty about already believe that in their minds, regardless of what we saw. But then seeing this, I just had a different perspective.
Took it off. Talking about people taking donations and fake donations. Seems like they should get in trouble for that if they do that kind of stuff. Yeah, I watched the waste. Yeah, I watched that waste of time. Yeah, they really didn't let anything out, did they? They didn't let anything out at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this to.
See, that right there is something that I always find fascinating when people talk about a press conference. Again, I went into this whole thing about people who there's a difference between people who follow crime cases because they want justice, or they follow crime cases because they get off on the drama that surrounds the case. Not just surrounds the case, but the drama involved in the case. Because obviously, if somebody kills another human being, there's some sort of motive behind it, and there's some sort of personal drama in those people's lives. And then people follow that. That's something that has never fucking interested me ever. And I can't relate to those types of people. And I've been saying this forever. I've been a glutton of punishment for so long because I've been dedicating my channel trying to fight an uphill battle and hoping to gain enough of an audience to where I can get their ear and say, do you know the difference? Do you understand the difference? Because when you just want the drama and you don't care about the justice, well, then you think the worst possible things. Because the worst possible thing, by default, would equal to be the most dramatic, would it not? So that's what people end up doing. And they want the worst possible thing to happen. They want these people, they want to find out that Don and Candace did something diabolical to Summer, something horrible, and then did all this diabolical shit to cover it up, and then got in all our faces on YouTube and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that's not the case. What I'm saying is I actually hope that's not the case. I hope it's not. What I hope for is that they find Summer safely. Am I a realist and understand that the chances of that happening a year later, very unlikely? Yes. But that doesn't mean that I stop holding out hope. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that I stop holding out hope. So, and I've said this from the beginning. I said this cases and cases and cases ago, man, that the minute that you assume that a missing person is deceased, no longer with us, the minute that you assume that, you've lost hope. You've given up hope for that victim. How can you say that you hope that you can genuinely say that you hope that they're recovered when you think that they're dead? And you're saying that they're dead. How can you do that? So all these people that are like Team Summer, Team Summer, Team Summer, fuck you. You're lying. You're lying. And this is the reason why I paused this is because this is what these people are talking about. They're referring to the TBI conference and the YouTube donations, and they completely ignored what mattered. That was the message they were trying to send. They're going, oh, no updates, no updates, no updates. And that perpetuates this attitude of the TBI's not doing their job. Hawkins County's not doing their job. The FBI aren't doing their job. So let me put on my thinking cap and then I'll do something. Stupid. So all these people in this car heard was, oh, they didn't say anything new. How about you finally absorb what they've been saying since the beginning, which is stop doing the bullshit that you're doing. It's fucking up our chances of finding Summer. Every single time one of you channels does this shit, speculates irresponsibly, starts making up rumors, perpetuating rumors, that inspires people, stupid people, by the way, to call with these rumors and flood up the TBI hotline, 1-800-TBI-FIND. And then what happens? These people are obligated to follow up on every tip. Do you guys understand that? They are obligated because they cannot leave any stone unturned if they're looking for a missing child, and they have no clues yet. So they're going to follow up on every single fucking thing that you call about. And every single bullshit thing that you call about takes away resources from the right direction. Therefore, what you are doing is obstructing an active investigation and the only chance that Summer has of being found. Team Summer, are you listening? You are fucking up an active investigation. Stop it. You won't, but I'm not gonna do this live without telling you that again.
I watched the waste. Yeah, I watched that waste of time. Yeah,
Waste
they
of
really
time.
didn't let anything out, did they? They didn't let anything out.
They didn't
at all.
let anything
I'm
out.
gonna go ahead and transfer this to subscriber only.
Real quick, you know what they let out? They let out the fact that they don't have anything thanks to you assholes. Again. How many times does it take for them to do that?
That are in here that just subscribed. I do apologize about that, but we are going to actually put this on for the last 24 hours. I'm sorry that I have to do that, but if you don't like that, then it's time for us to start telling the trolls that enough's enough. And we really don't care. I'm going to make sure that somebody is going live from this vigil. I'm going to make sure somebody is going live from this vigil.
Of course you are.
So we will have somebody live. And you know what? I'm going to make sure that it happens, even if I have to hand somebody my own phone to run it live, just because the haters, the disgusting haters, will not win. And we will still run our channels as we see fit.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Actually, I need a strong man. We have a huge cake that needs to be moved. Come on now.
Oh, they're having a pig roast. Isn't that nice?
We're here. It's Cam, Allie, Ziggy.
Hey.
We're all hot as can be out here. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Hold on a second. Here. Allie just won a door prize from Mama's. Where's my pen? Look at somebody just handed me a pen. It says, "Where's my pen?" Looking at. We were shuttled to a different vigil first, and we were taken down to Robin's vigil first. I didn't get time to live stream from there, but we're here at Trauma Mamas.
No, dude. You didn't have time to live stream from there. That's incorrect. You weren't allowed to live stream from there. You weren't invited to that.
Let me figure out how to turn my camera around, and I can show all this.
I'm still learning to love. Just starting to cry.
I'm gonna stream right here. They're drawing for door prizes for everybody. This is everybody that's out here right now.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Is that you? I'm chasing this one.
Now, I wasn't aware of this, but this visual was thrown together by a creator that I don't really know. I think I've been in her chat before, but I don't really know this creator too well. And I believe they're called Krama Mama. So, door prizes at a prayer vigil, guys. Okay. Okay.
Oh, what is that here? Hold on a second, gotta go back here. Do you have to do all this for yours? There we are.
I just got a pen.
Here, these are for us. She just gave them to us.
My pen goes. Where's my pen looking at?
Isn't that just the funniest thing you ever heard of in your life at a prayer vigil? Dude, this is a fucking cookout, dude. This is a fucking meet and greet party.
Yeah.
Swallow my pride.
You know what this reminds me of? This video, not just this part of it, but this video, right? The scenario of 3 different vigils for summer, right? And I'm going to get not really religious, more pop culture reference, because this is just because I'm a pop culture geek like that. I'm a big movie nerd. And this totally reminds me of Indiana Jones and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. The Last Crusade. Now, hear me out. Let me get through this thought. Okay. Let me get through this thought. So at the end, Indiana Jones has to find the Holy Grail, which is the Grail, the cup that Jesus drank out of at the Last Supper, where he does the whole, this is my body, this is my blood, whoever shall drinketh shall have everlasting life, blah, blah, so on and so forth. I don't mean to say blah, blah. I know that's disrespectful to some of you. I'm not trying to minimize it. But my point being is, at the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, you had all these, he ends up in a room where he has to choose which grail is the correct one, right? He's looking all around. There's hundreds of them, right? And these Nazi shitbags, they choose one. And of course, it's like this golden one, and it's got all these bells and whistles on it, right? It's just this beautiful, and this is definitely the cup of the King of Kings, right? And then he drinks out of it, and then he decays really fast and mummifies and everything all super fast and dies, and it's all gross. And then Indiana Jones has to choose, and he chooses the cup of a carpenter. He remembers what Jesus was all about. He remembers what Jesus was. Jesus was a humble man who wanted to teach and educate and spread the word of everlasting life. This is the way that you live the most fruitful life that you could possibly live, is by just following these rules, right? And he was just a guy that liked to build houses, man. That's what he did for a trade. He's a working man. It wasn't but people who started calling him the King of Kings and all such, and and I'm not trying to minimize what anybody believes in. I'm just saying, historically speaking, I'm not speaking theologically. I'm speaking historically. This is what happened. Right? But right here, I see 3 grails to choose from. Right? 3 grails to choose from. 2 of them have all the bells and whistles, man. They got door prizes, they got t-shirt signings, they got a big old cake, they got a pig they're roasting, t-shirts that might as well say, I went to a Summer Wells missing party and all I got was a stupid t-shirt. That's what they might as well say to me. Because in the vanity that they were made in, that's the equivalent that they mean to me. They mean shit. Because I'm sure people made profit off of them. And I know for a fact at least they tried to. And then you have the vigil where no cameras were allowed, no interruptions were ensured by hiring security, which is sad within itself that it had to happen. That these people, because of YouTube behavior, make no mistake, because that's all it is. Because of YouTube behavior, these people, instead of doing what would be in their hearts to do, which is everyone is welcome. If you're here to honor Summer and somehow spiritually put that positivity out there, and maybe she can sense it somewhere, that all of us are thinking of her and all of us want her to come home safe. If you want to join us to do that, cool. But see, This YouTube behavior has proven to them that that can't be done, that they're not trustworthy. We're not trustworthy. I include myself in that. If I go to Robin right now, she could watch all my content. And if I say I'm a YouTuber, she's going to be so traumatized by YouTube. She's going to be like, I don't want to take the chance of even talking to you. And I wouldn't blame her for a second. Now, I wouldn't be shitty enough to go approach her. I sure as hell wouldn't be shitty enough to try to film her daughter in church. You imagine? Think about what this woman has been through, man, personally. And all she's done is pray for this child. That's literally all she's done. All that woman has done is try to keep a community together and put out positive energy that this little girl will come home. That's all she's done. Yet she's been doxxed. Her daughter's face was blasted all over the internet in their place of worship.
Yeah, we won tickets to Wetlands Water Park for the kids. Chasing actually won them and gave them to us.
So door prizes, and just to make a note, the door prize at this thing, no place had anything to do with Summer Wells. That pen didn't say, not even in memory of Summer Wells. You know what I mean? Not even that. Just not even that. Just some reference to another YouTuber.
Yeah, we won free breakfast at IHOP. I haven't seen Shay.
I mean, if you think that these were anything other than meet and greets, this is nothing different than another live that's tagged Summer Wells, people. This one and the other one, excluding the one formed by Summer's community. So the word Summer Wells is a veil over your eyes, because this is what actually happened. The word Summer Wells being used for these so-called vigils is nothing different than a hashtag on a live stream using Summer Wells' name, where all they do is talk about YouTubers. You're a fool if you think any different, man, because it's right there. I'm showing you the evidence of it.
There's Allie sticking stuff in her wallet. You got anything you want to say? People were asking if we seen you, and I said yes, she's over here.
Yeah, hey guys.
It's hot and we're all melting.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Like,
Yeah, who's that? Unreal, man. Like, this is one of the worst ones. Like, this is one of the worst of the grifting, of the rumor spreading.
it's super high. It's musical, but everybody's wanting to meet Athena. So, did you show Athena to everybody?
No, I didn't. Here's Athena. Oh, look how pretty her eyes are. Hey, baby. Hey, let's see if we can. You want to look into the camera? Yeah. What's going on? Oh, wow. I didn't even.
TBI, CSO, and John will speak about Summer Wells. Okay. Yeah, this was 6 hours ago.
What's it say? Oh, it says same thing my shirt says. No summer, no peas.
All right. Just at the risk of repeating myself, okay? Because I know a lot of you have heard me say this and you're tired of hearing me say it. And this will hopefully be the last live where I say these things. This is my goal. But Lakota Princess saying it shouldn't be called a vigil, maybe, but I'm not against coming together. Would I go? No, but I feel people are invested and have real feelings for this case. I just don't know how to feel. Okay, I'm not trying to tell you how to feel. I'm simply stating a fact that what's going on here is being put together and participated by people who have done exactly what the TBI just recently informed us on the anniversary of Summerwell's disappearance. They reminded us that the stuff being done by the creators that we're seeing in this video is obstructing their investigation. And yet they don't care, because that press conference took place prior to this whole shit show. Yet nobody seemed to hear it. Nobody seemed to be talking about it. Nobody seemed to care what was said, because that would take money out of their pockets.
One 800-TBI-5, Summerwell. Oh, they did a better job than me. I'm jealous. They probably had more time than I did.
Where's the shirt, Dolly?
I got a shirt. Y'all want some shirts?
It's so funny because I keep coming up with these. I don't know if it's divine intervention or what. I don't know what it is, but I keep coming up with these religious analogies. Because what I was looking at was what do you guys remember the story where Jesus went through a temple and he just started knocking over tables and trashing all of the merchandise because it was just a big market, right? It was basically the equivalent to a mall 2,000 years ago, but it was a temple to worship God. And Jesus made this statement where he was just barreling through it and throwing everything over. And the reason why he did that was because people were making money and exploiting the name of God. They were using God's name to sell their products. How is that any different than what people are doing with Summer? How is that any different? Because if this so-called vigil for Summer is a place of worship for God, Jesus would be barreling through there, knocking everything over, smashing the cake, tearing up the t-shirts, crushing the pens on the ground. It's the same shit, dude. And you're blind if you don't see it. You're blind if you don't see it. I'm so glad in a way that this happened, because this is officially my, like, everything that I need to completely and totally walk away from a community that I have become completely and totally ashamed of and ashamed to have been a part of. And I realize, man, like, I realize a lot of people are not going to agree with me, and I'm saying goodbye to a lot of people that end up in my chat on a regular basis. I understand that. But I don't want you as part of my chat or part of my channel if you're not going to get anything out of it. And if you don't agree with what I'm talking about, then you're not getting anything out of this. Okay, let me address this dipshit real quick. I'm not talking about Summer right now with a monetized video. I'm talking about you exploiting Summer. I'm not talking about her family. I'm not spinning speculations on the case. There's nothing to speculate on. But see, you're too stupid to know the fucking difference, dude. You're too stupid to know the fucking difference. I wouldn't expect you to know the difference. And I'll just let the rest of my chat take care of you while you're in here. I'm not even going to kick you out. I'll just let the rest of my chat handle you. I just it's really sad to me and I'm not trying to change anybody's mind on their opinions of people. I'm telling you what my opinion is at this point. I'm not here to change anybody's mind about nothing. I'm not telling you who to follow and who not to follow. I'm telling you why I have decided that this community has become cancerous to me. That means that it's becoming bad for me. It makes me feel bad all the time. The things that people are doing and saying. And for those of you who agree with dipshit vision that's in my chat right now, who are calling me a hypocrite, saying you talking about Summer all the time. I don't. Just because I say her name to talk about what you guys are doing doesn't mean that I'm exploiting her. I'm defending her. And you can go back to as many lives that I've done as you want. And you will find some that are tagged, "Where is Summer Wells?" Find Summer Wells. And those are the ones where I talk about updates in the case. That is it. I challenge anyone to go back to any of my videos and find any video that I tagged Summer's name in where I wasn't going over an update. Will I exploit the fuck out of assholes like you, Dolly? Oh, every day. If I wasn't just so sick and fucking tired of you, every day. without any remorse whatsoever. I'll make every penny off of talking shit about you and all your stupid friends. All the money I can. Of course I will. I don't feel guilty about that. Talking about you is fun. But I don't create rumors and speculation. I don't create speculations that spin into rumors, that spread, that obstruct an active investigation for a child being found. And it's really sad that I can't even expect a grown man like you. It's really sad that I can't even expect a grown man like you to understand the damage that you're doing, even after the TBI held a press conference explaining it. A grown man. So, yeah. Anybody who's sitting there calling me a hypocrite, Knock yourself out. Do your digging. I challenge anybody to find me ever exploiting the name Summer Wells. I have only tagged that child's name to create awareness. And I can honestly say that. Yeah, don't you have somewhere to be, Dolly, where Savage is going to show you acting like a jackass in court, losing? That's another thing. Like, look at that shit. What does that tell you? Somebody had to take this motherfucker to court. What does that tell you about that particular creator? Somebody had to take this motherfucker to court because of him doxing and harassing. Actually, I believe it was the other way around. He took her to court in order to harass her, and then the judge saw through it and told him to fuck off. So not only is this guy exploiting a child, but he's also exploiting our justice system to create drama on YouTube. I mean, dude, you can try all you want. It's not going to add inches, homie. It's not going to add those inches. You can try all this shit you want. It's not how science works. You got dealt a bad hand, you know, when you were being conceived, bro. Like that's between you and the good Lord. I can't. There's none of this stuff is going to change that. None of this stuff is going to change that. You got dealt a bad hand. My suggestion is try Buddhism. They believe in reincarnation. You start doing good things with yourself. And then maybe when you come back, then those inches will come back. They'll be there. Maybe you'll earn those inches through enlightenment. That's all I'm saying, dude. That's your best chance. It's your best chance. But yeah, this is where I've had it. I've just, yeah, I draw the line. I don't like anybody that's talking about that little girl. I don't want nothing to do with them, dude. Nothing to do with them. Like, I talked about them enough. I tried to open people's eyes and say, this is why what they're doing is wrong. I've been doing it and doing it and doing it forever. No, I want to address some of these comments. This is fun. Where's this LE person? What are they saying? Or LM, sorry. Wait, what? Robin Timmy, businesses that supported a vigil her own parents didn't attend. All good with me. Why? Let me address that comment. I want to be able to highlight it real quick if I can find it. Okay. So Robin Timmy, businesses that supported a vigil her own parents didn't attend. All good with me. Yeah, no, Summer's parents did not attend. One of them's in jail where he actually belongs. He violated probation. He was riding with a gun. He was drinking and driving. Like, you know, the judge gave him what he was supposed to get. I mean, he's in jail. It's where he belongs. He broke the law. So that's his reason for not attending. I can only speculate as to why Candace didn't attend this thing. And if I had to guess, my best guess would be because of these YouTubers. Can you imagine how many threats this woman's gotten? Physical threats. Robin's gotten physical threats. You don't think Candace has? In a community where people are spinning a narrative that she's a child murderer, you don't think that it was a wise move for her not to go to a public place where she's expected to be? So why doesn't anybody look at it in the sense that this poor woman couldn't even attend her church community's vigil that they're holding for her child? She couldn't help organize it. She couldn't do anything. Even though it's been confirmed that she communicates with a private investigator who is still searching for Summer every day. He communicates with her and Don every day. Don gets phone calls, and I'm sure that he gets to talk to that dude as much as he wants since he's in segregation. And can't blame her for that either, as a matter of fact. And why not? Good for her if she did. It's sad that she couldn't do it with her church community. It's very sad. The fact that people don't find the empathy in that. See, this is the stupidity that I'm dealing with. Claire, are you discussing Summer Wells and her mother and father at all? You said you would only talk about case updates. That is a case update. That's where the case is. This is part of a case update. The case is that rumors are being spread about the mother and the father. And so the mother can't even attend her own daughter's vigil. And it's affected, all of these things wrapped up together have affected their investigation. And knowing that Candace still speaks to a private investigator, case update alert, guys, still speaks to a private investigator that she hired to find her daughter, should tell you what you need to know. Then log the fuck off, Whit Smiley. Nobody asked you to be here. Right. That is a perfect example. Because if it was all about Summer and not about a meet and greet and not about content, then there would have been no footage. Out of respect, they would have been like, you know what? We don't need to show this, or at least demonetize it. Right? Outback Outlaw, thanks, man. I have watched you for a while. I was told to give you a go. I don't monetize my channel and made that decision purely to support victims of violence and challenge creators that exploit these tragedies. Right on, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, and you know, that's your decision, man. That's your choice. And I respect it. But just to repeat myself again and not be and not make myself anyway unclear, I have no problem exploiting the fuck out of these assholes who do the exploiting. I have no quarrel with myself about that. And thank you for your support in that, Outback Outlaw. I appreciate it. Heels in the air, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Keep those videos coming. I'll still be commenting and liking them. Yeah, Chronicles of the Shady. Shout out to you too. Yeah, and I'm still going to support the channels that I like and that are not doing those things. You know, and honestly, I don't have a problem with any of the subscribers that support them. You know what I mean? I mean, that's your choice. I think less of you for it? Sure. and on an intellectual level, yes, I do. As a person, not necessarily, because you might be fooled and it's coming from a good place in your heart that you donate money. Sorry if you got suckered into supporting a grift. You know, that's on you, but that's not going to make me think less of you as a human being who thinks they're doing the right thing. So, you know, I mean, I'm not sitting here saying, hey, if you support them, then you're not welcome in my chat, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that at all. You know, I'm grateful to anybody who gets anything out of this channel, but I don't suggest that if you're not getting anything out of it to log on, because, you know, that's not doing either one of us any good. I'm just talking about what I saw, Gavel Geeks. I'm just talking about what I saw. I'm not interested in anybody else's opinion on it. I saw what I saw, and I have my own opinions on it. It's just that simple. And I'm just talking about what my opinions are on it and as to why I'm just over anything that has to do with Summer's case until there's an actual update, until there's an actual until there's a new result. Next time there's a press conference, I'll go over that press conference, just like I've done all of them. So this is just basically me just ripping off the Band-Aid. That is the community that I started one way and then turned into Watts. That's all that happened. Except this time, it's a missing child. It's not even a murdered family. It's that there's closure there. Because the Watts case, well, basically most of my feelings about it were it's just stupid. Like, it's closed. It's done. Why the fuck are you people still talking about it? Makes no sense. The other part is the family is still going through. They're not even able to mourn in peace. It's been 4 years. They haven't been able to mourn in peace yet. To this day, they haven't been able to. But this is different. This is a case where there is no closure, and it's affecting the process of getting that closure. This behavior is damaging, not just to the victims, but to the case itself. That's what makes this more dangerous. Like, these idiots on Watts Island, they're not obstructing an investigation. They're not affecting a case. Spivey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, the Glare, for your content. Much respect to everyone in the chat. And I really hope that you like the content that's coming soon, because this content is going to stop. Now, I'm going to be doing the same shit. Don't get me wrong. Cherry and I have been working on something. We've got something in the mix right now and I'm basically going to be doing the same shit I do here with these people. As you know, I'm going to be doing the same thing with them. It's just going to be on a different end of YouTube. So it's just something that really caught my attention. And I remember as soon as I saw it, I sent it to Cherry and I was like, dude, you got to see this. And so, yeah. And then I got Cherry all fired up about it. And I love it because once I get Cherry all fired up about something, it's just like, all right, go, 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 go. I don't have any problem with Gavel Geeks. Let me see. Well, that's certainly fine. I thought you were saying we took money or something like that. This community is toxic, and I don't want to be a part of that either. Yeah, no, I am saying that this community is toxic, and I don't want to be a part of it anymore. That is exactly what I'm saying. I don't want any misunderstandings about that. I'm saying that people at this vigil did take money, at both vigils, did. So, well, maybe not one of them. I don't know if one of them actually took money. I don't know about that. But what I did see were two parties, two meet and greets under the guise of Summer Wells as some sort of as a way to attract. That's what I saw. I didn't see prayer vigils. What I saw were parties. No, it does not. I wish, but no. Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting that jar open. You can pour all the hot water on it that you want. You can use all the jar opener grips that you want. But yeah, that shit's not going to happen. Do I have to play that again? You know what? I will. Just to be fair, I'll play it one more time. Again, this video is made by a creator named Whistledown. And it's not like somebody secretly filmed this stuff. You know what I mean? It's not like somebody secretly filmed this stuff and like put it out.
Absolutely disgusting.
You should be goddamn ashamed of yourself. Okay, I had to throw that word in there.
And to me, you are disgusting.
This was put out as content.
Rogersville, Hawkinsville, someville, okay? Little Summerlandville. Little Summerlandville.
Wow.
I just put water on it, but just activate it.
Dude, I know how videos work, man, and I know that people edit shit. You know what I'm saying? But there's no way to like cut what I saw to not be in what I saw. So, you know what I mean? And that's all I'm talking about.
Took it off. Talking about people taking donations and and fake donations. Seem like they should get in trouble for that if they do that kind of stuff. Yeah, I watched the waste. Yeah, I watched that waste of time. Yeah, they really didn't let anything out, did they? They didn't let anything out at all.
Yeah, so they didn't let anything out, right? They didn't let anything out about, and what she's referring to is the press conference that the TBI held earlier that day. They didn't let anything out, and they're all disappointed because they didn't let anything out. Because what they're sitting there on the edge of their seat hoping for is we're investigating Dawn Wells or Candace Wells. That's what people want to see or want to hear. And the truth that they got, they completely dismissed, and they called it a waste of time listening to it. And that truth being that every single person who has spun a narrative, who has irresponsibly speculated, that has perpetuated rumor, has contributed to people misusing the line 1-800-TBI find and flooding their line with useless tips that are taking away resources and impeding on an open investigation to find a missing 6-year-old girl. I cannot repeat that enough. What you are doing is interfering on an investigation while ironically using a child's name that is missing, that child's name, to do it.
I'm going to go ahead and transfer this to subscriber only. And for those that are in here that just subscribed, I do apologize about that. But we are going to actually put this on for the last 24 hours. I'm sorry that I have to do that. But if you don't like that, then it's time for us to start telling the trolls that
this
it
kind
has
of shit gets
and
on
we
my
really don't.
fucking nerves, man. Look, Will, you are taking the opinion of this creator and applying it as your own without researching it yourself. Did you not watch the other lives that I did that day or the day after? You didn't watch those because I was saying the same shit. So if you had been listening, then you'd know that I have been saying the same shit. As a matter of fact, I've been saying the same shit since Summer went missing a year ago. As a matter of fact, I've been saying the same shit with the Letitia Stalk case. As a matter of fact, I was saying the same shit with the Heidi Broussard case. As a matter of fact, I was saying the same shit with the Chris Watts case.
I'm going to make sure that somebody is going live from this vigil. I'm going to make sure somebody is going live from this vigil.
Of course you are.
So we will have somebody live. And you know what? I'm going to make sure that it happens even if I have to hand somebody my own phone to run it live, just because the haters, the disgusting haters, will not win. And we will still run our channels as we see fit.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Chasing, I get it. That's fine. I'm just completely done with all of this shit. Like, there's even me talking against it. It has been nothing but an uphill battle. I've gotten through to absolutely no one. I've only attracted people who already agree with me, but I don't think I've changed anyone's minds, which is really depressing. Because all I care about is that the people in charge of finding this kid gets the support that they need. And the support that they've asked for is to simply shut the fuck up. Yet nobody can do that. No matter how many times I've gone on this channel saying, shut the fuck up. Nobody's done it. Nobody goes, wait a minute. Maybe he's right. Maybe I should at least listen to the TBI's press conference and see if they agree. And it's not even them agreeing with me. It's me agreeing with them. It's me trusting the law enforcement agencies that are charged with the responsibility of finding this little girl and what they have to say and what I can do as a creator to support them and spread awareness without crossing boundaries. That is all I've ever been concerned about, and trying to get other people to understand that and get on board with it. Why? Because I want Summer found. Nothing else. Because I actually give a shit about this missing kid. Fucking people can't get this.
I need what? I need a strong man. We have a huge pig that needs to be.
That's a fucking pig roast. That is not a vigil.
If you
Come on now. Come on, darling.
We're here. It's Cam, Allie, Ziggy.
Hey.
We're all hot as can be out here. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Hold on a second. Here. Allie just won a door prize from us. Where's my pen? Look.
Door prizes, dude. Explain that shit. Door prizes. I could see it. I could see handing out pens that say, find Summer, a hashtag find Summer, 1-800-TBI find. I mean, that's reasonably what you could fit on a fucking pen. But what does the pen say?
Somebody just handed me a pen. It says, "Where's my pen?" Looking at.
Wow.
We were.
That's really a tribute to this missing child and really helping create awareness for this missing child. I can't even fucking look at it anymore, dude. I can't even fucking look at it anymore. It's the third time I watched this today. Second time I showed it on this channel, but I'm not getting through it again. I'm just not, because it makes me sick. I just, like, why not just call it a meet and greet? Why use Summer's name? I mean, I could see using Summer's name if it's like, okay, for all the Summer YouTubers, come to a meet and greet for the Summer YouTubers, but do it on a different day that's more respectful. I could see that, but let's hand out door prizes and fucking stuff our faces and laugh and have a good time, because that's what Summer would want, right? No, because Summer, none of you motherfuckers knew Summer. None of y'all are missing her. You don't know her. It's a circle jerk, man. Like, that's what that is. That's a big fucking circle jerk. A YouTuber circle jerk. Like, I just can't, like, it's to the point where like, I feel like I need a shower, dude. Dude, just because you don't call it a vigil, like, just because you're not calling it the same thing that the other idiots were calling it, how can you not think it was highly inappropriate to use Summer's name for it? I mean, why not just say, hey, we're having a meet and greet. There's going to be me, this person, this person, this person. You know what I mean? Okay, that's cool. A little disrespectful to do it on Summer's anniversary. That's a little misleading. Very misleading, actually. And to have it in Rogersville, You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, just because you're not calling it a vigil doesn't mean it's still not exploiting Summer's name for your own benefit. Sorry. It's just how that is. So it doesn't matter what the fuck you called it. Awareness, awareness, and you were creating awareness about Summer Wells being missing in Rogersville, Tennessee. Hey, Amanda Page, they're aware. I promise. And the citizens of that county, of Hawkins County, have been harassed by stupid fucking YouTubers for the past year. Like, but you know, we're here for Summer. How? How are you there for Summer? Let me ask you this, because it's case related. How can you prevent what happened to Summer when you don't know what happened to Summer? I mean, common sense dictates that, you know, you just watch your kid closer. Sometimes shit happens, just like what looks like what happened to baby Harry. Sometimes shit happens. It happened to Adam Walsh. Sometimes shit happens. Can't keep your eye on your kid for every single second. Doesn't make you a bad parent. But I'm not even talking about Summer. I don't know. I don't know. That my point is that nobody knows. TBI went that day and said, we know very little. We have very little clues, were the spokeswoman's words. We have very little clues as to what happened to Summer. And their biggest concern about that was due to rumors and speculation being spun on YouTube and social media, and idiots are flooding their phone lines and taking resources away from the actual search for Summer. So YouTubers aren't doing any fucking good. That's why I'm completely stepping away from Summer Wells until law enforcement gives an official update. And if you're not doing the same thing, you are exploiting that child. It's just that simple. According to the people who are tasked with this responsibility of finding this child, if they are saying that what you're doing is damaging, then you need to fucking stop doing it if you care about this child being found. It is simple. Nobody's telling you not to have an opinion. Nobody's telling you not to have your own theory on what happened. What they're saying is to keep it to yourself, please. They're not saying you don't have the right to do it. They're saying that what it's doing is affecting their investigation and making it more difficult to get answers. So yeah. Plain and simple, man. It doesn't get any more simple than that. At this point, if you're talking about this case on social media, I mean, and not just giving a simple timeline of facts, and even still, what you guys think are facts aren't facts. They're all fucking hearsay, man. Whatever Hunter said, fucking hearsay. He's a 15-year-old kid. Whatever his mom said, hearsay. Whatever Jose said, hearsay. Whatever the neighbors said, hearsay. Whatever the parents said, hearsay. Until there's an investigation into these things, and then you get public answers from law enforcement. Until you get confirmation on these things from law enforcement, that is all fucking rumor. Nothing else. All of it. All of it. All of it. All of it. The only fact that you have, literally, the only fact that anybody has here that is confirmed is that that child was missing. She is missing. That is it. Because everything else is conflicting stories. Literally everything. Oh yeah, my last live, Cherry. I know you couldn't make it, but my last live, I talked about him too. He's the worst one. He's the worst fucking one. You know why? Dude, you done got on my nerves, man. Bye. The reason why I say he's the worst one, Cherry, is because he has a badge, or at least at one point had a badge. And he spun an entire narrative that he believed that these people were guilty. And that narrative built because of his credentials, because people take what he says seriously because he once had a badge. Just because you once held a badge doesn't mean that it's okay to do exactly what the law enforcement investigators that are actually assigned to the case are saying not to do. You don't get a pass from what they say to do or from what they say not to do just because you have you once held a badge. No. These are the people that are charged with the responsibility of finding Summer. Nobody else. TBI, FBI, Hawkins County Sheriff's Department. Those are the only people that we should be listening to right now. I don't care if you're an ex-cop. I don't care if you're a cop on a force that's outside of the jurisdiction. Those people, even though they're active cops, they don't have say over how this investigation should be conducted. And so the people who are conducting the investigation, whatever they say for us to do, we should do. Because they're professionals. We're not. And they're the ones looking for Summer. Not some off-duty cop on a YouTube channel from another state. That's not who we should be listening to. Just because they might have some experience in that field, great. But when I see this dude go and make his premiere members only as he interviews a 15-year-old kid who's not credible in the case at all whatsoever, and the first fucking person that should know that that person's not credible would be an ex-cop. No, they hide behind the First Amendment. Oh, I have the right to do this. Just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean that whenever you exercise it, you're not an asshole. Just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean that you should, that it doesn't make you an asshole for doing it. Yeah. That child, I want to be very clear about this. Clara Bell, good point. The whole Summer Wells case has been ruined and now is mainly about YouTube channel creators. Exactly. And I want to be very, very clear about this point. I blame every one of these YouTube creators in part if Summer is never found and if there's never justice for her. I will blame every single one of these YouTube creators until that happens, until she's found. Now I'm to a point to where I look at every day that this child isn't found based on the TBI's press conference on June 15th. Based on that, I will equally hold blame to every one of these YouTube creators for every day that Summer isn't found or we don't have answers. Simply because of how clear TBI's message was in that press conference. And like I said, man, if you guys, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, well, if you listen to this channel, you can't be in my chat and listen to me. No. I don't, this is how I feel. It's a question of whether or not you're cool with me feeling how I feel. You know what I mean? You're welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. Hell, those creators that I'm talking about are welcome in my chat. You know what I mean? If they get something out of it like everybody else does, cool, dude. You're welcome here. I'm just saying I can't do this no more, man. I can't do it. I'm not telling anybody who to like and who not to like. I am not doing that. I'm saying how I feel about it, and you're free to feel however you feel about how I feel about it. You know what I mean? I'm just being upfront with you guys. I'm just being, I just lay shit out on the table. That's how I've always run my channel, and that's how I'm going to continue to run my channel. And so, I mean, and if you feel like you're not going to get nothing else out of this channel, I fully understand that. Peace and love to you. Yeah, I already kicked his dumb ass out. What's up, Make a Mobster? You caught me at the end here. I'm I'm about to log off, but you're always welcome here. I'm always glad to have you. I'm just looking over chat a little bit. Dude, I think it would be irresponsible of me to not take some responsibility myself, not because I've never done what I'm accusing these people of doing. I've never done that. But what I'm saying is I've contributed to perpetuating them and basically daring them. The more that I would speak against them, I feel like I have to entertain the likelihood that there were times where these people were like, well, fuck the glare and what he's saying. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it even harder and faster. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I'm just stepping away altogether. I after what the TBI said, I feel like I have to just look at it like, even if there's the chance that I'm contributing to that, even on a distant level, I can't do that anymore, man. So I'm not leaving YouTube. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of doing the opposite. I'm just separating myself from a community that I feel has become a cancer. Absolutely. I stand by my title. I've just gotten to a point where I don't think this community is doing any good at all whatsoever. As a matter of fact, the TBI confirmed that this community is not doing a goddamn thing productive to helping find Summer, and I just can't be a part of it anymore. I just can't. See, much respect to everyone that has honestly cared and tried to help find answers for Summer, but I feel we all need to step away and help another family that may have a missing child. And I'm not saying great point, Spivey. And I'm also, I just want to be clear, I'm not saying that some of these channels that have done bad things haven't done some good too. I think they have, some of them, but I mean, it doesn't change the fact that this has gotten to where it is, and I can't do it anymore. So I love you guys very, very much. I'm going to go ahead and call it. We'll do this again soon, my friends.